looking at the scorpions. Michaela's got the puppy.
50% of the kids.
Here's Liza.
And there can only be like, every 10 kids, there can be one staff.
Wait, ready? Come here. Get down.
And they can't rotate to different
did you good boy?
Like, it's actually time. Because a lot of times we just have like, we let them free roam, like free time, but they can't do that.
What's up? So I'm editing and I just wanted to like pop in and say this to kind of give some clarification about this puppy and all the dogs that you do see in the videos. So I have a puppy and Haley actually has a dog too. Elise, she's a husky. This puppy is actually a puppy that Haley rescued. Haley is literally like one of the most badass people I know, but also one of the most heartfelt people I know. And this dog was walking around her complex while it was raining one night and was super dirty, so they took him in and washed him up, and they did what they needed to and talked to animal control and everything. As you can see, like in the clip beforehand, she's like messing with some baby scorpions. She has some really big scorpions too, and then fish, turtle, snake, spiders. She has everything. She's also an artist. You are looking for sonogram paintings, which is kind of a different thing, but very unique. She paints customized sonograms. You can buy them for friends, family, yourself, whatever. They look really cute in nurseries. So just to plug her in here, because I love my girl and I hype her up, and she's almost at 20k likes on her Facebook page. So if you want to check out her stuff at all, I will link her down below. You guys can go check her out on her art page, Haley Hughes. But other than that, I just want to jump in here and say I love her. Oh, she got one out.
This doesn't really look like a rocket ship.
What does it look like to you?
Your hands are cold.
Let the artist do her work.
Let's give you a planet.
Damn.
I would have thought to draw a planet like that.
Bam.
Did you see how she drew that planet?
That's the artist at work, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus.
What's up? So I kind of thought I would do a drive along with me bite squad day in the life of quarantine driving. 11:30 and I just clocked in, so let's see what happens. Okay, so it's probably like 40 minutes later, and so that first order that I went to go take, I showed up at it was a food truck, and I showed up at the food truck. It was closed. It was like a little thing, and there was a whole bunch of food trucks in there, and there was just like one car parked outside, and I was like, is there nobody here? So I went inside, so it was kind of like gated off. I went inside. That specific food truck was on the opposite side of the parking lot. I start walking and I go up there, it's closed. So I text the dispatch, I'm like, hey, it's closed. So I go to get in my car. This lady finally responds to me. I look, the car that's to my left, I'm like assuming that the person lives in their car because there's a whole bunch of stuff in their car. It looks like they live in their car. And there's nobody else out there, it's the only car. And I was like, And then I get a text from my local dispatch guy, not the person I've messaged on the app, but my local dispatch person. And he's like, hey, it seems you've accepted a task for a restaurant that's not open, that hasn't accepted the task. And I was like, I know it's not open. Like, you really caught on to that. And it took me 20 minutes to drive there. So like, he had 20 minutes, but like, whatever, that's besides the point. I'm like waiting to pull out. There's this guy I have to wait for because he's on his bike, right? And I don't want to hit him. So I'm waiting for him to come behind me. And he comes behind me and I start to go back out. And then I realize he's going to this little hut that's like right by the thing. And the lady who's in her car, that I assume is living in her car, but I could be wrong, gets out of her car and goes over there, and they were doing a deal. Like, it was going down. Like, homeboy put a little sack of something in this little, like, take a book, whatever, the give a book, take a book thing, and she walked over directly after. No, she went up there first and put something in there and kind of like spun around, like lit a cigarette. He went in, took that, put something in there, and I was like backing out this whole time. I was like, I see you, but we're not gonna talk about that because I don't want you to, you know. So I've made my first delivery of the day. I made about $6.50 on it, plus $1 for being signed into the app, so it's about $7. I just kind of want to keep you guys updated because I know it's interesting. People don't know. I didn't know. I worked in a restaurant for a little bit that had delivery systems like bitesquad and such, and DoorDash and all that kind of thing. But like to actually work it is a lot different. Some days are really good and some days are really slow. Some days you don't really make any money at all and it's kind of almost not worth like logging in and doing it. But if you like driving and being on your own and you can handle the driving, then it's totally fine. I love it because I love to drive anyway and listen to music. It's just something I do to like soothe myself. bitesquad, I think all you have to do is upload your picture ID, like your state issued driver's license, not an ID, a driver's license, and proof of insurance, and then they do a background check and you're good to go. And it's super easy. It's a lot easier to get in than something like Uber or anything like that, just because you're not hauling around people, you're hauling around food, so it's a lot less liability. I'm heading to my second location right now. I'm about to make another about $6 on this order. This order seems as though it's going to be a quick one. You can never really judge how long or short an order is going to take, just because when you get to the restaurant they could be really behind, they may not have gotten the order, but also the time that it tells you could always be wrong, like the destination time. I find that I get there typically earlier, but if the restaurant was to be slower, it would take longer. Now there are settings in the app where you can, update the customer once you are at the location, because it does track your location, but the app only allows you to do that once you are at the restaurant. Like I said, it's really easy. Okay, so I was hoping to work until about 2 o'clock today, but it's already 1:20 and there's not really many orders coming through. See if anything kicks off, and if not, then I'm just gonna head home. One thing I do have to say about delivering is that even though it's kind of at your leisure, set some boundaries for yourself. So for me, my boundaries are kind of more like how much money it is. So I don't take any order that's under $5. To me, it's just not worth it. The gas, the mileage, and the time I'm spending, it doesn't make sense for me to take any order that could take 30 minutes for $5. But to me, that's just my personal preference. I mean, $5 for 30 minutes, that's minimum wage. $5 and $5 for an hour, that would be $10. But for me, that's just not worth it. It is kind of more of a side hustle, but I also am picky, I guess. So that is something. I keep a certain range. So some of the towns that are a little further away, I will drive to if there's a demand for it. So either if it's like a high volume night over there and I'm gonna get tons of orders in, or if I get some really good paying orders right off the bat in that area, and then I end up over in that area, and then I come back to this area, or just work that area for a shorter amount of time because I'm making more. So something to keep in mind when you're, if you're looking to do delivery and food and stuff, is to just kind of set yourself some limits and some boundaries. Like, you don't ever want to be waiting 45 minutes for an order that's only $3, Okay, so I just stopped by the mailbox and one of my Amazon packages is here and I'm really excited. I think it's my face roller. Okay, y'all, so I just got upstairs and it's time to open the Amazon package. What's that? Oh, heck yeah. Okay, so this is what I got. Mo values. Now, I've never bought one of these things before or anything really similar to this, so I kind of was just like ballparking it, but this is one of the top sellers on Amazon, and I was just gonna buy the roller, but this one had really good reviews and it came with the little scraper thing too, so let's go ahead and open this. Okay, so it opens up and like on the inside, this is everything. Now we've got this little case, which I'm excited about. And then they give you, okay, so it does give you some directions, which is nice because I've never used one of these before, like I said. Oh, wow, so you can actually register this. You'll have a 1-year warranty. It comes with 3 things. This is one of those things you like use to scoop up product and put it on your face. So if you're doing a face mask or putting an oil on or a moisturizer or something, that's super cool. This, oh wow, this feels awesome. And cold, this will feel great on your face. You're supposed to use all these little, so that's super cool. This is super awesome looking, very good quality, very sturdy. It feels real. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm loving this. Why have I not had one of these sooner? Okay, and then the roll itself, wow, this is actually so nice. So I would say this is really good, like value for dollar. It's very good quality. Honestly, I was not expecting it to be this good of a quality, so I'm very impressed. I'm very happy with this. I will keep you guys updated on this, but it seems like these are gonna be a pretty big hit, so. It is now 6:45 and I just got done with my last Bite Squad order and I am heading home. I really didn't make a lot of money today. I only made $40 in total, which isn't bad. It's a better buck than nothing, but it's not great. So I didn't really have much to record or talk to you guys about because I really only ran about 2 or 3 orders when I started my afternoon ones. But I just wanted to update you and let you know that that's what was going on. All in all, I highly suggest doing a delivery type job if you are somebody who likes to pick your own schedule. You have to be aware that there's not going to be a fixed income, but it is nice to just be able to go out and do whatever. Maybe I'll take you guys along on some more drive with me's while I am working, hopefully on a better day than today. Thanks for watching. Make sure to go check out all my other videos. There is going to be a Jeep cleaning / what's in my car #aesthetic Jeep video coming soon later this week once I get some stuff in and clean my car, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, have a wonderful, beautiful day.
Subscribe down below and hit the notification